Hey y'all. So today we are going to focus on lesson 13, work time B, aspects of a character. Now, this graphic organizer you have either in your workbook or on your Canvas page. We are focused on I can analyze how incidents in a story reveal aspects of character. So the question is, before the question, make sure that you've reread pages 173 through 176 in the paper copy of your book. Read from page 173, his name is Charito, to page 176, the right direction. The question is, what does the incident with the donkey reveal about Odelia? So once you've read, we're going to dive back into this question. So if you have read, keep it moving. And if you have not, please pause the video right here so that you may do so. So we're actually going to do this in two parts, right? The first one is, well, how does Odelia respond to meeting the donkey? And the second part is, what aspect of her character does this reveal? So the incident is meeting the donkey, right? And we're just focused on Odelia. Everybody responded to this differently. Peter responded differently, Philia, the donkey itself, right? Everyone responded differently, but we're just focused on Odelia. So keep in mind that responses are actions or choices. In other words, what did she do? And so Peter says the donkey can talk. And immediately Odelia is so nervous. She's like, what are you even talking about? And she remembers Teresita's warning. So I'm going to write that down. When Peter says the donkey can talk, she remembers Teresita's warning. And so because I am right at her actions and choices, I'm going to skip the aspect of character that it reveals, and I'm going to go to my evidence or quote. Just like previous lessons that we've done, sometimes it's a bit easier to grab your evidence from your book if you're at the event. So if you turn to the specific event when Peter says that the donkey can talk, or when you get Odelia's reaction to that, it specifically says in the text, Peter's words, and then it skips a little bit, or we're going to skip a little bit, made the hair on the back of my neck stand up to alert. And that is on page 173. And she also says, you should really get down from there. At this point, she is like, wait, we just went through this. And so we really need to do something a little different, which means move away from the talking donkey, right? Supporting evidence is exact words from the text, guys. Please remember that. And that's the reason, exact words from the text, sorry, with a page number whenever possible. And that's why we went from the actual response to the evidence, because once you see the response, the evidence is always right there. And so the next part is, well, what aspect of character does this reveal? In other words, what does it tell you about her? These are terms, right? These are things that describe the character. So what is Odelia feeling? Well, if the hairs are standing back on on like her neck, if she's remembering this warning, she is nervous at this point. She is also cautious. She didn't listen last time to the advice of someone and it cost them. And so she's like, okay, we have to do better. And so she is a little bit more cautious this time around. And she says immediately, you should really get down from there. So she doesn't really trust her sisters too well at this point. She's like, guys, remember, things are what they appear to be. We should be more cautious. We're cursed by a witch. Um, and so she's trying to warn them. We all know what happens with that, but she's trying to warn them, right? And so what you guys are going to do is practice this, but this time a little bit more standardized. Practice it multiple choice, right? This is a talking donkey and it wants to give us a ride. Is that it? This is on page 174. And Villia goes, I'm all for that. And she jumps on the wagon. So Odelia's questioning and Villia's jumping on the wagon. So we're going to transition from Odelia's perspective and into Villia and how she responds, right? And so knowing what you know about the passage as a whole from 173 to 176 and what you know about analyzing aspects of character, go ahead and answer part A and part B. And then you are going to check in with your teacher for your next move. They are going to give you your answer and they are going to tell you your next steps. If you need any help, please make sure that you see them. I hope that everyone has a wonderful day. Bye, y'all.